Good morning, friends. Good morning, nations. Good morning, the house of CCI. Great joy to be with you. This has been such a great time that we just start this morning together just every day. What a fantastic opportunity. Really love these moments. We're talking a little bit about the 5 offerings in the book of Leviticus and the incredible expansion, incredible illustration, and incredible achievement of everything that Jesus has done. And so that is what we've been talking about. We've talked about the first one, and the first one basically has been about holiness and about being without sin and holy. But there's a second offering. First offering was about the things that I've done, called the transgression offering. But the second offering is a little different. It's called the sin offering. This is not about my acts, but this is about who we are as humans. This is about what happened in the fall. This is about what happened when Adam separated himself from the Father. Before Adam separated himself from the Father, he could have said these words: the Father and I are one. We have the same nature. We have the same identity. We have the same way that we process our information. We have the same paradigm. But that day that Adam steps back is a very powerful and a very ugly day. The day that he separates himself from the Father, the Bible says, the day that you eat of this fruit, you will die. Well, we know that Adam didn't die immediately, but all of a sudden now we understand there's another dimension here that we didn't quite get. And what is that dimension? To be separated from the Father is to be dead. Or death is being separated from the source of life. Death is being separated from the source that brings forth everything. And so all of a sudden, Adam has been separated from the very source of life. If God is light, here is Adam. He stepped into spiritual darkness. And this begins the trajectory where Adam dies physically because he has died spiritually. This is basically what Jesus is saying when he says, let the dead bury their dead. In other words, the people who are separated from the Father are already dead. It's just a question of when their bodies will go ahead and die as a result of their spiritual separation or death from the Father. So the day that this happens, this is such a powerful thing. The day that this happens, what happens? Adam is separated from the God, and we theologically say he fell. What do we mean by that? Well, here is Adam, moments before. He is totally compatible with the Father, has a great relationship with the Father. He has a tremendous purpose, and what else? He has a tremendous resource. The Garden of Eden is basically heaven on earth, if you can get a hold of that. And so here he is in the middle of this situation, and what happens? He has separated himself from the Father. So all of a sudden he loses, and this is the key thing that we want to begin to focus in on, is that this nature, this compatibility, this unity that he had with the Father is lost. This God-centeredness, in other words, the whole issue of the Lord, is that all his motivations are for your greatest good. Everything that God is doing is basically based out of love. But the moment that Adam separates himself from this, what happens? Adam now has a different group of motivations. He can do things that are good, in one sense that it was good that he did this, in another sense it's good that he did that. But the real issue here is what? Adam has become selfish. Adam has become fleshly. Adam has become carnal. And this is what is dominating his life. The fleshness, the carnality, the selfishness is just a fantastic word to describe what has happened to Adam. But, as I often say, I have blue eyes. And my children have blue eyes. Wow, my wife has blue eyes. Now, why do these children have that? Because there's some of my image that has gone into them. So in the very same way, what we have to understand, whether we like it or not, this is just one of those inconvenient truths, if you like that phrase, is that we, as Adam, have been separated as well. We are his descendants. So the condition that was in him when he was separated, after he was separated, is now in us. So instead of just Adam being selfish and carnal, now we have a race who is selfish and carnal. Now we have a race whose the principal motivations is what they want, is what they need, is what they think is important. We are talking about us. Think about it. I'll be back.